What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Bass Lane Podcast. Thanks for joining us tonight. We have two guys on here that are from high school fishing. They're from right here in Middle Tennessee. They've definitely made a name for themselves, especially this year. Two wins at Dale Hollow Lake, back to back. Pretty incredible, to be honest. I'm a little jealous, a little butthurt still. Grant's definitely rubbed that one in my face, but I'm excited to get these guys on here and talk about fishing, how far they've come, where they started, plans for the future, stuff like that. But this is going to be I believe, our last podcast before the new year. So I'm sure I'll talk to some of you guys before Christmas, but I hope you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Jason, when we just got started. So, Grant Thomas and Johnathan Welch, what is going on?
What is up?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Grant actually listened. We sent out a group text for this and said everybody get a Christmas tree, and Johnathan didn't listen. Obviously, Grant's in the Christmas spirit. We've got a tree over here. Grant's got his, but Johnathan didn't listen. It's okay though.
Sorry, guys.
It's all good. I mean, you can you can trash the party, but it's okay. Grant was feeling the Christmas spirit.
Dude, I always feel Christmas spirit. I got lights up in the room. We got the tree up. I mean, it's Christmas season.
No doubt. No doubt. How long's the tree been up, Grant?
Oh, I got this tree 3 days ago for $10. So
$10.
$10. I did a little wheeling and dealing,
Did you cut it down yourself?
I didn't. I went to the Christmas tree lot and talked the guy down. It was $50, and then I talked him down to 10 and got it for a deal. So it was a good night.
See, man, you should be like a.
It was my grandpa taught me all those skills, so I had to put those to use. Make him proud.
No doubt. So it's a real tree, like it's live.
Real tree live, yeah.
Really? Is it like in a little water thing they said it is?
A little stand, I think so.
Heck yeah. I've never had a live tree.
Heavy. I mean, it's a little side heavy, but it's propped up. It'll be good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got something sitting at the base of mine so it doesn't fall over.
It'll make a good brush pile one day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My I've never had a live Christmas tree, but one of my buddies had one, and I just remember all the little stems or leaves, whatever you call them, falling out and having to pick them up out of the carpet, which wasn't a lot of fun. So probably going to shy away from the $10 Christmas trees. But
they smell good. They keep the room smelling.
They smell good? Like the evergreen or whatever?
Oh, yeah. They smell like Christmas time.
Gotcha. Maybe that's why bass like them. They smell good. No? Maybe so?
I don't know, though. Bass stink.
Yeah, they do smell pretty good.
Bass especially. Johnathan caught some nasty bass at Dale Hollow.
Oh, yeah? Do y'all catch a lot of the ones that have the pigmentation or the black spots on them?
Yeah. We caught a good amount of those.
I feel like 95% of them up there. They're in Center Hill too. Center Hill has a bunch of them. But they all have those black spots on them. And I honestly don't know what it is. Some people say it's like sunburn, but I don't think that's what it is. But if you if it's, I noticed it whenever I would lip one, and the black was on its mouth, the black would rub off onto my hand. Or if you take your fingernail and scrape the black, it comes off the fish. So I don't know what it is, but I mean, they're kind of cool looking though. But I only ever see them mostly largemouth. I don't know if I've ever caught a smallmouth with black on them.
Yeah, I don't remember any smallmouth with black.
It's largemouth for us.
Yeah. Y'all are mostly into the giant largemouth though too. So.
Hey, we keep your dinks. We leave your dinks alone.
Yeah. Catch those me and Grant have a running joke that I only like to catch small fish. I don't even like big fish. But I mean, y'all have any big Christmas plans? You going ice fishing, way up north or anything crazy?
That sounds fun. I don't know if I'd be up to that. It'd be a little too cold for my comfort.
I've never been ice fishing.
I'd be afraid I'd fall in.
Oh yeah, I'd be a little scared the whole time. I mean, you gotta be. You're over a lake.
Yeah.
But,
I feel like your hands would get real cold. Ice fishing.
Yeah. They do it up big though. They have those giant tents and stuff.
That'd be the only way I'd go if I had a house to live in, a TV. I'd do that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Scoping under the ice sounds pretty fun though. Just watch them eat your little ice jig or whatever they throw. But I don't know. It seems like they don't ever catch big ones. They only catch bluegill and crappie and stuff. Maybe they do. I don't know.
8 inches and then they eat them.
Yeah, they just throw.
The big ones. They always eat the small ones.
Yeah, they just like throw them over on the ice. They catch them and they just kind of toss them over the
They
side.
eat your fish. They're eating all your fish.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't like ice fishermen, because they eat all the small ones. I wish they just eat the big ones. Leave room for the small ones. But I mean, so when did you guys start fishing? Because to be honest, I never really until y'all. I guess the first of the year, I was like, Grant Thomas. I know when we first knew, or I knew about Grant. I never knew about Johnathan, or I'd never talked to him before. But when Grant was at nationals with Ron Holt.
Oh, big Ron.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
That was a time for sure.
Lots of yelling and screaming.
Yeah, we were neck and neck. I mean, we were next to each other all day. That was quite a tournament. I just look over, you got one, and then you look over, we got one. It was just back and forth. And then Craig was out there taking photos of us both.
Yep. Yeah, that was a fun tournament. Craig just commented and said Ron's one of a kind. He definitely is. He's a good dude though. I remember at the top of his lungs. I think y'all caught one. And I think he screamed Team Tennessee or something like that. Or
that's what I was into, like a 3.5.
Yeah, he screamed it. Grayson Sanford asked, "What is your key bait?"
Key bait for Del Hollow, or just like
just go favorite bait.
Favorite bait. Oh, I know. Me and Johnathan talked about this. Johnathan, you go first. What do you think?
I think mine's probably going to be a spook.
Spook.
All the way from May to, I've caught them in November, but that's just my go-to, especially with shad around. But
yeah,
I like to throw with their biting. That's usually my favorite go.
Oh yeah.
But when it's tough, I'll pick up a spook and put my head down and find them.
Yeah, it's a good way to catch them. I'm not real picky. Like if they're biting a Ned rig, I'll throw a Ned rig. I don't care that much, but I like a spook bite. A spook bite's pretty fun. What about you, Grant? What's your favorite? Or what's your favorite bait?
I'm gonna go Texas rig. I mean, it's versatile. I can flip with it. I can drag it. I think Texas
that's a good one. What bait are you throwing on Texas rig?
Oh, I got a bunch of different ones. Definitely throwing like a Z-crawl.
Z-crawl.
Definitely throwing some like a Yamamoto. Dragging a Senko is always good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Senko, or I think it's some more. It's been a minute. I haven't been fishing a minute. I've lost all my touch. Oh. I'll flip with a D-bomb.
D-bomb's a good one. D-bomb's a real good one. Or I like the Destroyer too. That's a good one. I don't know. I don't throw a Texas rig a lot. But I really just like flip it, or maybe throw like a big worm or something. I know Trevor likes big worm. He throws a big worm a ton. I don't know. It's not my thing, maybe. But Trevor will put up
those big fish. You gotta.
Yeah, exactly. He throws the big baits for the big bites. I'm just a numbers guy. Trevor throws a big worm like all year though. That dude always has a big worm on.
What color? Is he going green pumpkin, or is he going like plum?
Yeah, like a plum.
Plum.
He throws it on Old Hickory a lot, but he always catches them on it. And he I've never caught a big one on Old Hickory, but he catches big ones on Old Hickory, and he always catches them on a big worm. I don't know how he does. Well, I kind of know how he does it, but I don't know exactly how he's so good at it. But I just can't get him to bite it. I guess he just knows where to throw it. But
he's got those fish patterned, He's got them. They're resident fish, He's got them named.
Yeah, he's got them named. He goes door to door with his worm.
That's what he does. That sounds about right.
It does. Johnathan, what's your go-to spook? Because there's a lot of controversy around a spook.
I just like the Zara spook. Just the hidden, just the original, but just something loud, something that's I don't really like the silent ones unless it's a clear lake.
Yeah.
But in Tennessee, I like loud rattle, and usually the junior size.
Junior, just like the mid-size one.
Yeah, it's the mid-size.
Yeah. When you say loud, do you mean like the one knocker, like the one's got all the BBs in it?
I usually just throw the ones with the BBs in it. I've tried the one knocker, and I mean it works, but just throw the one with BBs.
I don't know if anybody's ever asked this question before. Do you guys play any video games?
Oh, I'm a big Fortnite gamer. I'll say that.
I actually don't even own any type of video, like any console.
No Xbox or no PlayStation?
No, I got nothing.
Nothing. Man, that's not something you hear every day.
Yeah. I mean, I got some Heyday on my phone. That's pretty
some Heyday?
Yeah, that's about it.
Are you good at Heyday?
I mean, I don't know how. Yes.
I got you. I need to play some Heyday. I think my girlfriend plays Heyday. I think she plays that. My dad asked, where do you guys hope nationals are this year?
Oh,
I'm hoping it's Gunnersville.
Gunnersville.
That'd be a fun one.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I think I'd like to go to Gville and go catch them bigs.
If it was on Gunnersville, what time of year?
I think they need to push it back to like August.
August?
I don't like it July, just so hot. And
Yeah.
I mean, either do it early summer or late summer, but I know that they can't because they got tournaments up north that are finishing like early summer, so they got to push it.
I know Hartwell was hot. That was
brutal.
Yeah, dude, it was. And now, Johnathan, who did you fish with at Nationals this year? I know Grant fished with Riley Peppers.
I fished with a kid from East Hickman. His name was Elijah Hamilton.
I got you.
And we fished together for 2 years. And we only qualified once last year.
Yeah. What year did you start fishing?
I started my sophomore year.
Sophomore year? And are you a junior or senior this year?
I'm a senior this year.
Senior? Gotcha. So did you always fish for East Hickman?
I did for the past 2 years.
Yeah. What about you, Grant? When did you start? What year did you start?
I started freshman year. I fished with Carson, and then on Riley last year, and then junior year I'm fishing with Johnathan. So if anybody knows a partner for next year, hit me up. I'm looking for one.
So Grant, you're a junior, right?
Junior, yep.
Okay, I got you. How did y'all hear about high school fishing?
My friend that I fished with for the past 2 years, he just reached out to me because he had some trouble finding a good partner.
Yeah, a lot of people do. That's kind of like, yeah.
He reached out to me and we fished together.
Yep, that's like a main struggle. It's hard to find a good partner, but y'all definitely seem to work pretty good together.
I know. I'm sad he's leaving. It's like I finally found a partner that I mesh with, and then he's leaving to go to college. That's not fair. He's get held back. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take.
Yeah, I'm gonna get held back senior year.
You need to, just fail a couple classes. Or Grant, you can do school early.
That is true. I could do that.
What about Grant or Johnathan? Where are you going to college? If you're going to college,
I'm still kind of sorting that out. I'm looking to fish for sure.
Yeah,
fish. I'm accepted to Carson Newman and Bethel, but I'm still kind of looking.
Okay. What about you, Grant?
I'm looking at Carson Newman in North Alabama right now, are the top two that I'm looking into, and then maybe wild shot like DBU out there in Texas.
Okay. Yep. It's a nice school for sure. It's just a little ways out.
A little ways, but get away from home, go fish some big lakes in Texas. Sounds fun.
Oh yeah, land of the Giants.
Yeah, go catch some OH bass and some Lake Fork bass. That's fun.
Y'all excited for Rayburn this year, the Open? Or if y'all are
in the Opens,
you're not fishing any of them.
None of the Opens. We decided just to put our heads down and focus on North Central and go out there and practice as much as we can leading up to those tournaments. And so we didn't think fishing an Open would. We thought that would probably not be the wisest idea.
Okay, it's an interesting way to think about it. I like it though. I like it. Putting the head down and grinding out the one main trail.
That's what we're gonna try to do.
Yep. So where are y'all sitting in the North Central right now?
I think we're tied with Rex, aren't we, Johnathan?
Yeah, we're tied for first right now.
Tied for first. Okay. What's the next North Central? Is it at Center Hill? Center Hill. And they pushed that one back too.
They did because of that open.
Yep, the open on Douglas. Is it like first or second week of April now?
I think it's the first week of April. I think it's April 6th, and then you got Del Hall the weekend after.
Yeah. What about the Battle of the Border tournament? Y'all excited for that?
For that, yes, we're definitely.
Oh yeah, that'll be
for sure.
Heck yeah, that's dude. I'm glad they did that. Like,
Kentucky's gonna have an awakening.
What?
Kentucky's gonna have a rude awakening. These Tennessee boys.
They've been there's been some smack talk going down, I think. But
we need some trash talk. I gotta get on some of this trash talk.
You need to. I'm glad they did that though. That's like it's fun to have just your regular tournaments, but stuff like that's always fun. I'm excited for sure. My dad said we need a Tennessee Bass Nation Fortnite tournament.
There's definitely some gamers out there in the fishing community.
No doubt. Trevor's like a hardcore Fortniter. He's good. His little brother Grayson's pretty good too. Me and him got a couple wins this year, or this season, I guess. Jason Wynn said, "How about a little wager on the Battle of the Border? Losing team washes the other team's boat." So I guess it's me and Trevor versus you guys. Look, I'll do. Okay, instead of washing the boat, we do lunch.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking dinner.
Yeah, we'll do dinner after the tournament.
Dinner after the tournament on Precious Lamb. That sounds pretty good to me, Jonathan.
Deal.
Works for me.
Deal.
Right,
drive pretty far. Find somewhere to eat.
Yeah, that's true.
Out there.
That's true. Is it out of Star Point or Sunset?
I'm not sure.
I got no idea.
If it's out of, or yes, they're really not. We've been eating at a place called what is it called? Dad, you need to comment on here and tell me what it's called. We've been eating at a place that's really good. I think it's called the River Grill. Maybe it's kind of like down in a hole, honestly, but it's really good.
It sounds like everything at Del Hall. It's just all
nothing is worse than the drive though down to Star Point.
Oh yeah, that's sketch.
Yeah, it's not fun.
You'll see that YouTube video by Nordby. He's a YouTuber. He flipped his boat.
Yeah, pulling out of Sunset.
Yeah, wait. I think it was.
Did he have a Nitro?
I think it was a Stratus.
Oh, maybe.
Well, anyways, he flipped it off that road.
Really?
Going down to Star.
Did he run off the road, or was it going around a turn?
He was going around a turn, and the trailer just caught off the shoulder.
That's crazy.
Somehow, it just came. I think it broke the straps.
Ooh,
the whole boat just flipped over a cliff.
Really? I remember. I guess it's probably been 3 or 4 years ago, but pulling out of Sunset, I think it was a blue and white Nitro. Well, I don't know how or what happened, but they were going and the boat was just in the middle of the road, flipped off the trailer. I'm not really sure what happened though. I don't know if that was the same thing or what, but yeah, the road to Star Point is not fun. Donna Rucker asked the best way or recommendation for someone interested to get involved in high school fishing.
Definitely get in contact with your team that's local. Find somebody that's on the team and ask them around. Because, I mean, this Music City team, we're definitely looking to expand our roster next year. I think 26 kids, I think. No, I feel like it's more than that. Jason will correct me in the comments, but I think it's around 26 kids. So we're definitely looking to go up in kids. Just get in contact with somebody that's on the team, because I know there's plenty of kids around that would be interested in doing something like what we do on the water and stuff like that. It's just neat and out of the box,
Jason said 30.
He said 30. I knew he was going to correct me. I was close.
What were you going to say?
The hardest part for me, finding a boat captain and someone with a boat. That took me, because I've been wanting to fish for a really long time. I just couldn't find somebody to fish with, being out in the middle of nowhere. So that's what was hard with me. So if you know somebody with a boat, or if you have one, that's obviously better. But try to get in contact with them and see if they'll help you out.
Yeah, boat captains are definitely they're a necessity, and our boat captain we got right now, Jeff, he's a good dude. But it was last year, me and Riley were together, and that's how I met Jonathan actually. So I'll tell this story. So I was looking for boat captains because I was kind of slim on boat captains. I had one or two here and there, but I couldn't like commit in advance. So I was looking for somebody that's sticking with me through the year. So I'm driving to Zaxby's to go get me some dinner. I see this. I'm driving. I look over on my left because I'm always looking around. And I see a Cayman parked under a carport. I'm like, that's a nice boat. So I was like, all right, whatever. I forget about it. Go back to Zaxby's, get my chicken. On the way back, I'm like, dude, I just need to stop. What's the worst he can do? Say no. So I knock on his door. Here comes his wife. His wife opens the door. She lets me in, and here he is in the back of his yard working on rods and rigging up rods and stuff. And I meet him, and that was last year in the spring, and we've been he's been our captain since, and he's a great.
No way.
I mean, it was
awesome.
What's the worst can happen? He's gonna say no. That's the worst that can happen. Might as well just send it.
So you're just driving down the road to Zaxby's, and you see a boat. You're like, I'm gonna go ask that guy if he wants to be my boat captain.
That's what I did. I was like, I see his boat. Might as well just knock on the front door and get his phone number.
That's probably the craziest boat captain story I've ever heard of.
It was definitely. I don't know if my parents would like hearing that story, knowing that I knocked on some stranger's door, but I was like, oh, come on, the fishing community's not bad. I haven't heard much stories about bad fishermen.
If he's got a bass boat, he's got to be all right. I mean, he can't be that bad.
Yeah,
can't be that bad.
So he was like, yeah, I got this high school kid that's fishing that needs a partner for next year, and then he put us two together, and it's been history since. We've enjoyed it for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. Crazy, but awesome. Oakley, excuse me if I say this wrong, Sowell said for Johnathan Welch, what's the most common species of fish in the Harpeth River?
It's a lot of smallmouth. That's usually what we fish for when we fish the Harpeth is smallmouth, being that it's connected to the Cumberland. It's a lot of brown fish in there. And I mean, Presley, you did good in the spring last year on the Cumberland.
Yeah.
Those big old
Yep, the Cheatham, I guess it was Cheatham Lake technically.
Yeah, it's Cheatham.
We call it the Cumberland River.
Well, Jonathan on old Cheatham. Jonathan loves him some Cheatham.
I hate it. It's so bad.
Oh, you hate it? Yeah, it's hit or miss. If they're pulling some water, it's pretty good. But
I live down closer to the dam, so I do a lot more largemouth fishing, like creeks and stuff.
Yeah,
so it's really hit or miss. They gotta be pulling water.
Oh yeah. I've honestly never even largemouth fish out there, but that's where our Central Championship. So I guess it's in May, so I'm guessing I'm gonna have to. But it might actually be okay in May.
Oh, May's really good for largemouth. Sure, yeah, it's really good. That's probably my favorite time to fish it.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Just throwing Texas rigs and topwater.
Yeah, I was really surprised at that spring tournament we had out there. The weights, like there was several good bags.
17-pound bag.
Yeah, and there's like a 16, a 15, couple 15s maybe, some 14s. We were top 10 with 12 pounds. But I mean that's pretty solid to get in top 10 with 12.
You got 3 fish too, right?
Yeah, we had 3 smallmouth.
That's good. 12 pounds.
Just needed 2 more. Just 2 more. But that was we were headed back. We went way up the river, or from where we put in at Ashland City. We went way up the river, and we were running up that morning, and there was a barge there's 2 barges, and they were like cockeyed in the river, and there was another boat that ran. They tried to shoot the gap in between the bank and the barge, and they had to turn around, and it was kind of scary, but
it sounds like something Ron Holt's been.
Dude, it is. It might have been him. It might have been him. I don't know, but that dude's a goofball. He's a little scary to be in the boat with. He skins it back.
He drives it like he stole it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I forgot Carter was running up there with us. He said we almost died that morning. We did. It was scary. Carter, comment what happened because I don't even think I was turned around facing forward. But when I looked up, there's like 2 barges like sideways in the river channel. I don't know if they're just moving around or what. But That was pretty scary. Donna Rucker asked, "What is y'all's biggest fish?"
Fish or just bass?
Probably do bass.
Bass. Mine was a 7.5, and I actually caught it back when I was kayak fishing. I used to be big in kayak fishing.
Really?
Yeah, and I caught it on a little Texas rig worm, and it was it's the skinniest fish I've ever caught, and it was probably, I think it was over 26 inches long.
That's crazy.
And it weighed 7.5.
Whoosh. Well, okay. Since I'm not sure if it's a she or he, but since Donna asked largest fish ever caught, what is doesn't even have to be a bass. What's the largest fish you've ever caught ever?
Mine was on Hartwell, actually. I was throwing a little bitty slab spin, just ripping it off the bottom, and I caught a flathead, big old catfish. And we weighed it, and it bottomed out a 50-pound scale.
Really?
So I'm guessing it's probably 55 around that area. But
that's crazy. Were you throwing it on a spinning rod?
Oh no, I had a little bait caster.
Oh, okay. What about you, Grant? What's your biggest bass and biggest fish?
Bass right now is a 5.6 at Dale Hollow this year. And then in general, I don't know. I mean, I do bass fish. That's about it. I don't do much catfishing or deep sea stuff. So I'll just stick with a 5.6, I guess.
5.6. You've got to have caught like a giant striper or a giant catfish.
Striper at Martin for that Logan Parks tournament. That's probably the biggest thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was caught with a striper. It was a big old school. I don't know a big old school of bass, but it was striper and an 8-8 rig.
Really? Dude, I want to go back to Cherokee and chase those striper around, dude. It was crazy. That was a good time. We were running up we were way up the river too. We saw these birds just swarming around up in there, like those white. I guess they're not seagulls, but or whatever they are. We were running up the river, and we see fish busting up under them. So we stopped. And we're like, dude, we got to go see what those are, because like if they're bass, that'd be pretty cool. But they're just like going crazy like sharks. Trevor caught like 2 first, and I couldn't catch anything. But and then this other boat pulled up beside us. Like they're kind of like easing up, like, didn't want to like run up all over us. But we were like, hey, y'all come on. We're just bass fishing. We don't really care if you catch them. He's like, we're like, get up in here and fish. And he's like, all right, thanks, man. He's like, we're bass fishing too, but these are a whole lot more fun, and they're actually biting. It was these 2 old guys in a John boat, and they rolled up right in there with us and started smoking them. But they were throwing little jerk baits on spinning rods, getting their arm tore off by them giant rods.
Sounds fun.
Oh yeah, dude. Are y'all into crappie fishing? Y'all crappie fish any? No?
I do a little bit in the spring when they're spawning, but I don't have live scope on my boat, so I don't really target them much.
I gotcha. So, Johnathan, going back a little bit, talking about kayak fishing, how did you get into kayak fishing? Just wanted to go fish?
Yeah, I just wanted to go fish, and there's a lot of lakes around the area that, you could fish off the bank, but it just wasn't ideal. So I got a little kayak. It's probably $200, brand new.
Yeah.
I just fished with it for years. I don't know. I just never really tried to expand from that.
So I know somebody commented earlier about the Harpeth River. So do you live pretty close to the Harpeth?
Yeah, I live really close to it.
Okay. Do you ever float it? I don't know if that's like a thing there.
Oh yeah, we do. I did one right before that tornado. I guess that was last week, and I was catching popper fish, catching them on top.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Smallmouth and spots, but we float it sometimes. You can't do much in the summer because there's a bunch of people on canoes, but
yeah,
colder months and spring, it's a lot of fun.
I got you.
Smallmouth.
Are they pretty big? I know like river fish, the bass usually don't get that big, but
yeah, I mean, I've caught some 4s. My biggest is, I think it was 20.5 inches. So that's a pretty good fish. But
yeah, no doubt.
The farther downstream you go, the bigger you'll find them.
I got you.
Deeper.
Yeah, sorry, you cut out. So Grant, what is your what would be your home lake, I guess, or closest body of water?
Closest body of water probably be Priest.
Priest. I'm sorry.
Priest. I mean, Priest or Cumberland. I mean, I'm 25 from Cumberland. I'm like 45, but I don't consider Cumberland a body of water. It's just not fun to fish.
Yeah, I hear you. Priest isn't my best friend either.
Stingy.
Yeah, it sure is.
You got a story about Priest, Johnathan. We were talking about this afternoon. Oh, he waxed my butt on Priest.
Not really. So we were fishing that tournament this fall, and we did pretty bad. They didn't weigh much, and so we went. So they had that thing going on at that ramp across the street.
Yeah, there's like a
yeah,
something like that. So we were like, okay, let's just get on the boat and just go out and try to get revenge or something. So we go out. Our boat captain's fishing, and then Grant's back there watching the news, and I don't know what to do. So I pick up this rod, and I found this like deep dive or rebel crawl. I mean, it looks so stupid. It's the dumbest bait I've ever seen. And I tied it on, and I just chuck it out in like 40 feet of water. And it probably dives down to 15, 18 maybe. And I catch 2 quick.
Really?
Just mess. So yeah, that was weird. I should have just been doing that the whole tournament because couldn't have done much worse. But
that's why I don't like to go out after tournaments. Because like Center Hill, for example, we had a really good practice all the days we practiced, and then Saturday. I mean, we did okay Saturday, but Trevor went out the day after and had like 15.5 pounds. I was like, yep, that's why I don't go out after tournaments. Just hurts my feelings, man.
Y'all had a stud spot though in the tournament, high school tournament.
Yeah, dude, it was a big one. People told me that they thought it was a spot, but like, I don't know if it. I feel like it was probably mostly spot, but it was just so dark. I feel like it definitely had to be a little bit of. I mean, it was still 18. It was like 18 and a half, but it was. I was surprised that they considered a spot, but I think it was definitely mostly spot. But
I think it's a mean mouth.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. What tournament y'all looking forward to like the most in the next half of the season?
Championship at Dale Hollow for sure.
Championship.
We got that one marked on the calendar, big circle on it. We're
that's definitely our biggest tournament. We're nervous though because it's double points.
Yeah,
and all we can do is go down. So we're just gonna try to hold our position.
Yeah, dude. Being at the top's scary. Like I'd rather hold it like 2 or 3 than being the number one, especially going into the last one. But I don't know. You guys think you got it? We'll pull it out. Maybe we'll see. I think. I don't know.
We got Rex following us close. I know he's gonna be. It's our competition. Rex.
Yeah, he's scary. He scares me, dude.
He will stick. He'll be good. He's already good.
Oh yeah. What about Yes, that's the scary part. A freshman.
I'm glad I'm graduating.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm graduating next year.
Yeah, right. Kayak fishing's gotten pretty big in college too. I know Carson Newman has a team. So is that something you'd look into? Maybe can you even if you're fishing like the boater side, can you do kayak tournaments too? Like at the same time? I mean, I feel like you probably could.
Yeah, I feel like you probably could, but I'm not exactly sure. But that's something I'd definitely look into, be interested in doing.
Yeah. Did you fish any of the kayak tournaments when you were still kayak fishing?
I never did it, but I got good at it, and I learned a lot doing it. Learned how to slow down and fish thorough. Because you can't run across the lake in a kayak, or at least I couldn't.
Yeah, for sure. So. Do you have like a pedal drive or a trolling motor on it?
It's got a paddle.
Just paddle?
Yep.
Those pedal drives are nice.
Yeah, they are. Oh, some kayaks are outrageous these days.
Oh, yeah.
Live scope, trolling motors, I mean, all types of stuff.
Yeah. Dude, they make like an Ultrex for a kayak now that like goes in the middle of it. It's got like it's crazy. Like people people put side scan on them, and they'll be like, trolling at 3 or 4 mile an hour in that kayak with the Ultrex on it, side scanning all across the lake. It's pretty crazy.
Crazy.
What would you say is the hardest thing in high school fishing that would probably get overlooked? Like the biggest, maybe obstacle, or like, maybe the size of the field or something like that. What do you think would be like the toughest part of high school fishing?
I kind of hit on it earlier, but I think it's just getting started, getting on the water, getting a team, getting a captain, a partner, and I mean it's a lot. You got to be completely invested in doing it. I used to play baseball, but senior year I decided like I was either gonna have to do baseball or fishing, and so I just dropped baseball and decided to fish just because it takes a lot of time. And I mean that's really all fishing. That's not just high school. All competitive fishing just takes time, but just deciding to start and actually getting started is definitely the toughest, I think.
Yeah. Going off topic here. Speaking of team, kind of explain to us, Grant. Are you the captain? I guess of.
I am. Yeah, I'm the captain for Music City.
Okay, so explain to us what Music City is and like how everything works.
All right, so Music City used to be Franklin, and so we made it. Last year we were Franklin. This year we decided to change our name to Music City Bass, and that was because we had kids from all over Middle Tennessee and Williamson County area. We had kids from Franklin, Centennial, Independence, Page, I think, CPA, just kids from all around, and it was hard to put like a label on everybody. So we were like, we probably don't need to be Franklin High since we got kids that are from different schools and that's not representing their school. So we switched over to Music City, and so now each kid gets their name of their school on their jersey sleeve. So like I'll have CPA on mine, Jonathan's got Harpeth on his, kids got Franklin on theirs. And so each kid gets to represent their personal school while being under like a whole organization.
Okay. Gotcha.
We got 30 kids, I think, is what we talked about earlier. So 15 kids. We're looking, I think right now our biggest thing is finding some junior teams. Because right now we got a ton of high school kids, but we got to look for those kids underneath us that are going to help us build up once all of us leave.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're watching and you have a younger guy or girl, they're I think you could start in second grade.
Yeah, you can fish those junior tournaments pretty young, I think.
Yeah, I think it's either like second grade or like 9 maybe, or eight or something like that. But yeah, you can fish it pretty young. It always makes me smile. Like there's little kids and they've got their tiny little bibs on. They're like waddling across the dock with their biscuit or whatever. And they're going
actually up when I see them weighing the fish. Like some of them will hold it with the tail or just
yeah. They've got like a 2-pounder. And they're holding it by the tail too. Look at like a kid's a giant. I mean, compared to normal,
I'll definitely go to that Facebook page and look through all those junior pictures and just
we were I was at Normandy and we were standing there in the weigh-in line. One of my buddies, Caden, his little brother, I think they actually won the junior tournament. They were the junior side at Normandy, and we look over there and he's just slumped on the ground, completely asleep, like curled up in a ball after the weigh-in, like laying down on a jacket. And I was like, that little dude fished his heart out. Like
I do the same after some tournaments. Like some tournaments, I hop in the truck and I'm out.
Yeah, no doubt. Trevor, dude, I swear, like within 5 minutes of getting in the truck after a day of fishing, he's gone. Like, don't even try because he's just out cold. But yeah, seeing the juniors fish it's always fun. But dude, they're good. Like it's like compared to when I was a junior, I feel like they're so much better than I was when I was their age. Because like, I don't know, dude. They just seem like they're a lot better than I was. Maybe I just wasn't that good, but I always like to compare the junior weights to the high school weights because I feel like you can get kind of like a good gauge of what it'll take in the high school. But I think there's been several times where the juniors weigh in more than the high school weights.
Probably.
But Oakley, I guess it's Sal. I don't know. I'm sorry. Oakley commented, "What's the craziest way y'all have gotten hooked? Like a hook in your face or something?"
One time, shoot, I was probably 14 years old. I was in the kayak, and I decided to get out and wade. I was on track in like a spring creek, like up gravel, clear water, and I was wading, and I found this rope, and it had a big old shaky head that I had lost like a couple trips before. I was like, oh, cool, I got my shaky head back. So I turned around to throw it. I don't know why. I tried to throw it back to my kayak, and it just stuck in my finger, and, well, it got pretty buried. So that's my worst. That's actually the only time I've really been hooked.
Yeah. I don't think I've never been hooked past the barb.
Me neither. I'm scared of needles, and so I'm waiting for that day when I go past the barb and I'm going to have a freak show on the boat.
That's funny. I've never been hooked, thankfully, which I'm really surprised. But
I puked in a tournament, but that's the most I've done in a tournament.
Oh,
what? Were you sick?
Oh, Nick and Jack this year.
Mm.
We were at some like resort that we all stayed at, the whole team, like all the kids. That's one big thing Music City does that I like. We all do like we all stay together as a team and like
a big Airbnb or something.
Yeah, big Airbnb or a bunch of different houses in the same area, and we all have a cookout the night before and stuff. And so after that cookout, me and Johnathan head back, and so there was only 3 beds, and so our boat captain had one, Johnathan had one, my dad had one, and then Jonathan's dad was on the couch, and I was on a recliner. I was like, I'll suck it up. I'll be in a recliner. Well, I wasn't. That recliner was a hefty recliner. It must have been for a big boy because I wasn't heavy enough to keep it folded down all night. So all night, in the middle of the night, I'm just getting like closed like a mousetrap all night long. So like the morning of the tournament, we get to the boat launch, and we launch the boat, and we're headed over, and I'm like, I'm feeling a little sick. I'm a little queasy, and so I was like, all right, whatever. And I didn't even have breakfast. My parents swore that it was like because I was drinking Red Bull and that was the only thing I had on my stomach, but I hadn't even cracked the Red Bull that morning. And so we jet to our first spot, big old grass mat. I think it's like 9 o'clock and it's already, those things get steamy quick. So I go to the back of the boat and I'm like, I don't feel good. I go to the back of the boat and I just like unleash the whole stomach in the back of the boat into the water. And Johnathan and the boat captain are both just sitting there, and thinking back on it now, it was funny, but in the moment, it was not funny for me. They're both just sitting back there dying laughing because I'm just back there just yakking in the back.
Jeez.
That was our first tournament together.
Yeah, it was our first tournament, and it was.
I think that was our first time fishing together.
Yeah, it was. Johnathan was like, "Oh no, what'd I get myself into?"
Yeah,
ralphing off the back of the boat. It was bad, dude.
Man, that's rough.
It was rough. It was.
Other than that, what's the craziest story so far in the boat? Practice, tournament, whatever.
I got one from that. I don't know if I can share this. This one might hurt my pride a little bit, but I'll go for it.
Yeah, you got to share it now. You already brought it up.
Well, we were back at Seneca River, I think, practicing, and everybody else to do, I got to go to the restroom. So I hop in the back of the boat, doing my business, whatever, and Riley and Ron are both scheming. Riley puts that trolling motor on 10 and hits it, floors it. My pants are just bobbing. I'm just back there just bobbing away. And here comes this high school boat that's got 2 high school girls in it.
No way.
Oh, and just pass on by. And they're like, you leave some floaters back there. And I was like, whatever.
Dude, that's great.
Ron and Riley were having a hoot. They were both just sitting there.
Oh, I guarantee it. That's great. That's great. When we were talking about hooks or getting hooked, Laney commented when we fished that MLF on Hartwell this year. That was like the end of October. We were throwing a topwater, and Laney caught one, and she was holding it by the line, and the fish was in the bottom of the boat, and the bait came unhooked off the fish, and it was I don't even know what it was. It was some kind of topwater, and it flew up, and it hooked her right under the eye, like right here. Mm-hmm. And I was proud of her. We cut the hook. She stuck it out with a piece of hook in her face, fished like another 2 hours. The rest of the tournament until we weighed in. Nobody even said anything. The whole way in, standing in line, everything. Nobody brought it up. I don't know if they just didn't see it or what. But we weighed in, then went and went to the hospital because it was like so close to her eye. They didn't want to mess anything up. So we went to the hospital and they pulled it right out. But that was the only time anybody's ever got hooked in our boat. Well, actually, the first tournament as a junior I ever weighed in a fish, my partner got hooked in the finger with a square bill. Other than that, though, that's the only time that we didn't know how to get a hook out, so we had to go back to Jake at the ramp and get him. We took our lunch break getting the hook out of his finger. So that was fun.
I think they need to implement that. I'm here for a lunch break.
Lunch break, really?
I'm here.
Oh, dude.
Give me 15 minutes and I'll throw down some boat wraps.
It used to be a thing. I guess y'all didn't fish whenever it was a thing, but yeah, I think it was 10:30 to 10:45 was a mandatory break. You had to sit down and eat something. Or I'm honestly I can't say I'm like completely opposed to it.
But I'm here for it. I'm a big snacker, and Johnathan knows.
Big snacker.
Oh yeah, he'll eat all the snacks.
Okay, gotta have good snacks. That's like, I think there's some people that are like, I don't eat anything on the boat, and then there's people like me and Grant who will chow down like a 5-course meal on the boat.
It depends on the day. If we're catching them, like if I got my head down and we're catching them, like Del Hollow, I don't think we both touched a snapper.
Dude, you had a whole wrap at Del Hollow.
All right,
you had a whole wrap.
A whole wrap.
We don't eat heavy, but it depends on the tournament.
What's the?
Yeah, because he just put a 5-pounder in the boat, so he's like,
Okay, yeah, that was my reward for boat flipping a 5.
Okay, that's respectable though. If I caught a 5-pounder, I'd sit down and eat a little something. Dang, Craig just took my question. What's your favorite boat snack?
I'm probably gonna have to go the Uncrustable.
Okay. Are you like grape or strawberry? Or Nutella? They have the Nutella one. Those are pretty good.
I guess grape.
Grape. Do you like them frozen? Do you like them frozen?
No, I just keep them cold.
Cold. I like them frozen. They're good.
Like hard as rock, like.
Yeah, like straight out the freezer.
No, you don't.
I'm serious. They're good.
Wild.
I don't know. Jelly's pretty good when it's freezing.
No.
Dude, they're good. I'm telling you. Gotta try it.
Frozen peanut butter.
Frozen PB&J.
Just bread frozen just don't sound like a good combo.
I don't know. It's pretty good. If you've ever had a grilled PB&J, that's something special.
Oh yeah, I bet that's good.
Oh yeah. Okay, Grant, you never got it out. What's the code?
I got a list of them. Like
list.
It goes. It's like Santa's list. It goes all the way to the front door.
If I go fishing to you, are you gonna have a menu in the boat? Like I just have like a Camus boat menu.
Camus boat menu, like what we're serving at the bar Camus.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but we keep the boat loaded with snacks. It depends. I'll go beef jerky. Beef jerky's a good one. Jeff makes some pretty good boat wraps. I'll eat those all day long. Bugles. They got caramel bugles. Those things those are good. Muddy Buddies are the way to go.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about the Muddy Buddies.
Muddy Buddies, we eat a lot of Muddy Buddies.
Muddy Buddies are solid. Are you Gatorade or Powerade guys?
Gatorade.
We don't keep. I feel like we keep more waters and Cokes in the boat.
Cokes.
Yeah, straight Cokes.
Man. I don't know. I'm a Powerade guy. Like a great Powerade. Harrison Hobbs asked Johnathan and Presley, Grant, you can answer too. Have y'all ever broke a graph with a lure? I've never broken a graph with a lure, but I've broken plenty of lures on our graphs. That's happened several times.
He's talking. Carson broke his graph the other day. They were out there fishing at Priest, and Carson put a jig in it and broke his graph the other day.
No way! Like on the console?
No, it was on the bow. They broke the front one.
How do you hit it with a jig?
Carson, I don't know. Carson, I mean, that kid can break about anything. I don't know if you know Carson. He graduated. He's at North Alabama now. You've probably heard his name around. But...
Is his last name Wynn?
Yeah, Carson.
I know the name. I don't know him, but I know the name.
Yeah, so he broke Harrison's graph, and that was quite the – I got a phone call, and I was like, well, that's funny.
Yeah, I've never broken a graph, but I've snapped a couple crankbait bills off.
Yeah, I've never I've never broken a graph, but I've never really had one either. So not much there to break.
That's fair, I guess. Another comment from Harrison Hobbs. Grant, how did you like the pizza we gave you at Priest? We got to have a story on this one.
Oh, Jonathan, were you there, Jonathan?
Yeah, I was there.
All right. Well, was that practice day? That was practice.
That was
All
terrible.
right, it was the Friday practice. I mean, it was horrible. We hadn't caught a fish all day, I don't think. I think I caught one on a trap, and that was it. And it was like 6 inches. And so it's noon. I see Harrison, Carson, and Cade. They're all going. They're going into the marina. They DoorDashed pizza. Those kids, I mean, if you can't catch them, you might as well eat goat on the water. So they DoorDashed pizza to the boat ramp and picked up their pizza. And I was like, all right, well, save me a piece. When you get done with it, whatever, bring it back, okay? So they get done, and so here they come. Here they come with the box. I'm all happy. I'm like, let's go. I get me a piece of pizza. This day is, just gotten better because we had caught fish. They drop off the pizza box, and you know what's in there? It's all their trash from the whole day.
Oh, my gosh.
No pizza for me, just a bunch of trash.
No pizza for Team Captain Grant. That's not a good way to go about it.
No, I remember that one. Just wait. I'll get back. I might next time we go out, I might throw him in the water. Maybe let him swim a little bit when it's cold.
No doubt. Have either of y'all fell in the water while you were fishing?
I don't think I've jumped in the water.
You've had to have fell out of a kayak once or twice.
Oh, not on purpose, but no, I don't think I have. I don't think I've flipped a kayak before.
Really?
I mean,
when we got our first skeeter, first tournament we ever fished out of, when you get like a new trolling motor, they're stiff. Like you can't even hardly get a trolling motor up now. But I'm already tiny, but I was definitely tiny back then. And I went to yank the trolling motor up, and like I just yanked on the handle, and that thing pulled me right back over the front of the boat. And that was back when the mandatory break was a thing. And there's little 6th grade me swimming around in Flipper's pocket at the bow of the boat. I climbed back up the trolling motor shaft too. And I had my phone in my pocket, but I still had my life jacket on too, so that was okay. But that's all. And then Trevor fell in at Tim's 4 this year, diving after his rod like a goofball. Jacob Rigby asks, for Jonathan, what's the biggest bluegill you've ever caught?
Jonathan's getting all the love tonight.
Biggest bluegill? Man, I've caught some dandies. I mean, some slabs. I don't know. Probably. How do you gauge how big a bluegill is? Probably. That big? I don't know. About 10 inches.
Let's go comparable to a keeper spot. How big is your biggest bluegill?
Probably not 12 inches. Probably 10.
10 inches?
Probably 10.
Solid bluegill.
What'd you say?
Did it go in the pan after you caught it?
Oh, yeah. It definitely went in the pan. Bluegill don't swim back.
Okay, Jonathan, you said, do you catch any bluegill on poppers?
Yes. I've caught a lot of
Dude, bluegill will eat a popper. They will eat a popper. Old Hickory bluegill love a popper. I agree. I'm assuming this is Miss Kim Taylor. She said that we seriously need a Little Debbie as a snack representative for Tennessee Bass Nation.
Oh, it would be
sponsor.
Great. Sponsor. Little Debbie is I think I know a guy too that works for Little Debbie.
Do you?
I do. He was at hunting camp with me a couple of weeks ago, and we walk into hunting camp. There's just a big bin just full of Little Debbies. They unreleased stuff. Like I got
really
that unreleased new.
You got some prototype Little Debbies.
I got some prototype Little Debbies. There was like an apple pie in there. There was like a fudge pie. I mean, it was the best hunting snack I think I've had.
No, so what is hunting camp? Or
hunting camp, I went with Harrison. It's like a deer camp.
Oh, like a place you deer hunting.
Deer cookout.
Okay. You said hunting camp, and I thought you were like going to train or something. Like getting lessons.
I'm working on my scoping skills.
Oh yeah, hey, that's a good one. That's good. Are y'all? I know Grant hunts a little bit, but Johnathan, do you hunt?
Yeah, I hunt a little bit. I usually just shoot a little 8-pointer every year because I can't pass them up. But yeah,
Jonathan's batting well this year. I'm batting 0 for 2 right now. It's been a tough year on me.
Been rough.
I've missed 2 8-points this year, so it's we're not going to get into details.
So I'm guessing you
missed 2.
I've missed 2, yeah.
With a bow?
I missed 1 with the bow, missed 1 with a rifle.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
I'm just gonna
that one you posted the other day, the picture of that was a giant. I think it was on Snapchat. You didn't kill it, but
no, yeah. We got some good ones around.
Yeah, it might have been yesterday, or maybe the day before. That one, it was a giant. It was tall too. Not big into hunting though. Zach Knight asks, "What is your most memorable day on the water?"
Mine was probably last fall on Center Hill. I think it was October, and we didn't have a game plan. We didn't even pre-fish. So I was just going to throw a spook all day, and we were upstream of Raglan. I was fishing this pocket, and we came up on this log, and I threw it over the log, and this big old smallmouth comes up and eats it. And so I'm fighting it. It's that junior size spook, so it's got 2 hooks on it. And so I'm fighting it, and then it goes under the boat. And so I grab the rod like halfway up to pull it up to get the net under it. Comes up 2 smallmouth side by side on the spook.
Really?
On it. So yeah, I guess he just ate it off the other one's face while I was fighting it. But
yeah,
one was 17 and then one was 19. So
that's crazy. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Me and Trevor. The only time I've ever done that's at Hartwell. I did it once last time we were there, and Trevor did it at Nationals. But all right, Grant, what's your most memorable day on the water?
I mean, that was
which one?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go. Dude, I don't know. They were both fun. Both of them were different because the second one we were fishing a spot that like we found a week before, so like we had some history of that spot because we both went out alone and found the spot on our own, so that felt good. And then the other one was just, I mean, they were both heydays. We were both like, I mean, we had limits by 9 o'clock. But I'll go with the first one because that was the first win that I've had, and that was just a fun tournament, and it was coming into weigh-in. It was definitely nerve-wracking because you're sitting in front of me. I'm like, how much you got? You're like 12 pounds. I'm like,
17.
Yeah, you weigh. I think it went you. I don't know if it was you behind us or in front of us.
I think we were like. I think you weighed and you were one spot in front of us. I think.
Okay, I think it was Rex in front of us, then me, and then you. So it was like all 3 of us were all in a line. So it was definitely nerve-wracking. But sitting in that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was a fun tournament. The first one was fun. The second one was heartbreaking for us. But we won't get into it.
Did y'all lose the winning fish?
I don't know about winning, but we lost some top 3 fish. But I don't like talking about past tournaments because it makes me mad. But yeah, the first one was fun. That was a fun day. I think Rex beat us by y'all got first, and then Rex got second, and I think he beat us. We had one dead one, and he beat us by like 0.10 or like 0.15. I was like, dadgummit, if we couldn't have kept that one alive.
That hurts.
Yeah, it does. But I mean, it's hard sometimes, you know. That was a hot one too. It was hot that day.
Yeah.
Second one was cold.
Yeah, it was cold. That wind blew all day long.
Yeah.
I don't know what my most memorable day on the water is. It's either probably day 3 nationals this past year. That was a fun one with Trevor. That was a good day. We probably caught 45 fish on top water just all day long. Yeah, it was nuts. And weigh-in at nationals was just pretty crazy. Like, especially making the third day, that was, I don't know, it was just so cool. Driving up to weigh-in and everything. That was
it the left tournament or that one that you fished with that Jacob Wheeler tournament? Was that not up there?
Yeah, that one. Okay, I didn't think about that one. That one was up there. That
That's
was
gotta be out there. You and Mark Daniels out there.
yeah, me, Laney, and Mark Daniels. Dude, so funny story about that. So we got picked for him, and he didn't have everybody else fished out of their pro
Yeah,
team. And so Mark and he didn't have his new boat yet for the season. You know, they're like in the middle of their like getting their new boat and whatever. And all he had was his aluminum Ranger. And he's like, "Well, we can fish out of y'all's boat or mine." I was like, "Yeah, we'll fish out of ours." And so we fished out of our boat. That was like the cool part of it. And then he pulls up to the ramp that morning of the second day, and he's got this big bag of fruit. And I'm like, "What is that?" And he starts. He got all these fruits from this Asian market because he was on all like plant-based diet thing, and all he would eat was fruit. So Mark Daniels Jr. is in our boat eating some fruit called I think it's called a plumelo. Like it's just like giant, like it looked like a giant orange. So Mark Daniels Jr. is in the back of our boat eating the plumelo, and me and Laney are up there fishing. And I'm just like, man, this is kind of wild. Like I don't know what to think of this, but he let us both try it, and it was actually pretty good. I could get behind some plumelos. That was definitely a good day. And then Justin Mark came out on a pontoon boat doing some filming. He's a cool dude. What are the plans going forward? What are the goals? I know, Jonathan, you said you were wanting to go to college, but
yeah, I'm looking to fish in college.
Okay, and Grant, you said the same thing too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fish. I'm gonna go try to fish in college. I mean that's the main one is get to the college level and just see where that takes me.
Okay. What about like high school goals for the? I know, Jonathan, it's your last season, but
Yeah.
and Grant has another season and a half left. But what is like your main going for? Whether it's winning nationals, winning the state championship, or winning another tournament in general, or what would be your main goal finishing out your high school career?
I know we're definitely looking to win the trail of the North Central Trail.
Okay.
He has to win, but qualify for nationals, and then day 3 of nationals would be a goal for me.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's a good one. What about you, Grant?
Jonathan hit them both. I think we definitely want to go out since North Central is not going to be a trail next year. Definitely go out and win the trail and try to be the last one to take that trail winning. And then day 3 cut for nationals would definitely be on the bucket list.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't think about that. That'd be pretty sick. Winning the last ever North Central Trail tournament.
I'm kind of torn up about it. That's been my trail. I mean, I was Central last year and North Central the year before, so North Central had a special place in my heart for sure.
No doubt. Yeah, that would be pretty sick. That would be cool.
But I know Rex is going to be on our tail about it, so
no doubt.
We're hoping that he qualifies it like an open or something, so that frees up some room.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot tougher to qualify this year. Like I'm stressing it because there's not hardly any spots, like in the trails at least. There's not. So that's definitely gonna. I think it's got everyone on their toes a little bit. We might have already talked about this. I think we did. John Mullins asked, "Where do y'all want nationals to be at this year?"
Yeah, I said
Gunnersville. Yeah, we did talk about that. If it wasn't at, would you want it to go up north to some smallmouth places?
I'm not sure. I mean, I've never really tried for it, but I think it'd be fun.
I say we send it somewhere random, some like nobody knows about in the middle of nowhere.
Go up.
That was how I felt whenever the elites went to that North Dakota lake.
Yeah, drop us in the middle of nowhere and have us just go it out.
I think we should go to Mexico.
Mexico, go like
yeah.
I think it's called what's it called? Sugar Lake.
Sugar, yeah, that's where Ron went, or he might have went. Yeah, he went to Sugar. There's Sugar and Falcon.
Yeah, go to Sugar or Falcon. Go fish one of them.
Yeah, I think one of them's completely in Mexico, and then one of them's like half of it's in Texas and half of it's in Mexico.
I've heard we'd had like the cartel probably be on our back if we did that. I heard.
Nobody would have graphs or motors.
No graphs.
That would be no good.
Everybody's just floating around, paddling around, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like there's probably a reason it hasn't been out of the country right now. Absolutely. Donna Rucker said, "Hats off to the organizers, sponsors, and boat captains. It is a very great sport for young anglers. Definitely, all of our directors do a whole lot. Like a lot of people don't see. It's like a full-time job. I don't understand how they do it sometimes. I know I definitely couldn't do it.
No, I don't got what Jake Davis has to do it for sure. He's definitely a good dude and keeps it organized.
Oh yeah, they do a great job. I know I couldn't do it. I'd end up getting mad and yelling at somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Anthony's been doing really good.
North Central. That dude.
It's his first year. He just took over and he's been doing really good. It's organized. Takeoff's good.
Absolutely. He's done a fantastic job. If you could pick I like asking this question. If you could pick a pro to go out with, anybody, and he was going to be your boat captain at a tournament, who would it be, and what tournament would it be?
I'm going to go Ben Milliken. And then for what tournament?
Yep, it's got to be on the It's got to be on the lineup for this year.
I don't know. I feel like I wish it was maybe Rayburn. If I was fishing Rayburn, I'd go with Ben Milliken at Rayburn because he's a big. Throw those big glides around, see if I can't catch some big ones.
It's a good one.
I think I'd go Jason Lambert on Kentucky Lake.
Kentucky Lake.
He had this one, I think it's FLW. I mean, he caught like the first fish on day 4, and it was ball game. I mean, he just smoked him.
No way.
It was like 20-pound lead day 4.
Yeah, that dude. You put him on Kentucky Lake, he's gonna catch him.
Oh yeah,
he's good.
He's gonna put you on him.
Yeah, he's really good. He did y'all fish Pickwick in April?
Oh my god!
Past April, it was I think a state tournament. But there was like a tornado the day before, and he lives like right by. I think he lives in Savannah, Tennessee. It's like 15 minutes from the state park, and he posted a picture of the tornado going across the front of his house, like out on his. He was sitting on his front porch, and I actually have another story about Jason Lambert. When we fished the Bass Tactics Nationals on Pickwick this year, me and Trevor, after the first day, and we were eating Mexican, and I look over, and there's this older guy and an older lady, sitting there by themselves eating Mexican. And his hat said, I think it said Lambert Farm on it. And we had our jerseys on. And he asked us, he was like, "Hey, did y'all go fishing today?" We're like, yeah, we had a tournament today. And he's like, "Well, yeah, well, how'd you do?" And, like we're telling him about how we did and everything. And he's like, "Yeah, my son's Jason Lambert." We're like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, Jason Lambert." I'm like, "You're Jason Lambert's dad and mom?" So we sat and ate Mexican beside Jason Lambert's parents, and I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, that dude can catch them on Kentucky Lake. All right, last question. If you had one technique that you could take to any lake in the country, wherever you went, where would it be, or what would it be?
Give me that LVS 34, and it's ball game.
A bait, not a graph.
Graph is, Scovin's it's a technique.
Okay, fair enough.
I'd probably go just a drop shot.
Drop shot. I can get behind a drop shot.
Are you going robo worm though? I feel like Johnathan. I feel like you're not a big robo worm guy.
I don't like them.
You don't like
robo worm?
I'm not big on the robo worms.
Me neither, honestly. I'm not a big robo worm fan.
Y'all missing out.
I used to, but I just catch them better on other baits.
What's your go-to drop shot bait?
4-inch Zoom finesse worm. I wacky rig it too.
Okay. You didn't have to say that out for everybody to listen.
I don't know anymore. That's just
more. Was that? I bet Pondfish wear out a wacky rig on a drop shot.
Yeah, it's fun.
Take that thing up. Drop shot's hard to beat. What about? Okay, seriously, last question. If you had one piece, I ask everybody this: if you have one piece of advice to give anybody listening, whether it's life advice, fishing advice. I mean, like, literally could be anything. What would it be?
You have to give us a second to think about this one. That's pretty deep.
Yeah.
Grant's going to drop some wisdom on us here in a second. Y'all play.
Wisdom hour. Here we go. Let me get to thinking.
I need to start doing a commercial break for this question because everybody has to think about it.
Just think it's a little. You do like the elevator music while we think.
Do.
All right, I got mine.
All right, we'll start talking because nobody wants to listen to
My
nothing.
piece of advice is chase something you're passionate about. Do what you love. I don't want to be stuck one day doing something I don't love. So find something you're passionate in and follow that wherever that takes you or leads you.
It's a good one. I'm going to add on to that. I saw somebody post something the other day, and it said, it said when you die, don't die with dreams, die with memories of what you did. I thought that was
It's like if you got a dream, chase it because it ain't gonna chase you back. I like to live life that way. Chase your dreams because they're not gonna chase you back. You got to chase them.
It's a good one. He's digging
deep thinking.
His
brain's either fried from exams or he's thinking hard. I don't know which one.
It's both.
Both. Are y'all doing exams right now?
Yeah.
It's no fun.
I think for me, it would be to just put your faith in the Lord and just follow where He takes you. And we can make plans for our life, and we have things that we think we want to do and we think we can do. But we put our faith in the Lord and just trust His plan, and we'll turn out all right.
I agree. I fully agree. I'm sorry, Grant, but that's the best one anybody's ever gave me. That's a good one, dude. That's a good one. That's a good one to end on right there. Everybody listen to that. That's good.
Get that on a t-shirt right now.
Do what?
Get that on a t-shirt and sell it.
Dude, we got it. Put a Striker 4.0 all day on a t-shirt and put that on a t-shirt. No doubt. That was a good one. Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Thank you guys for coming on. We kind of hit all ends of the spectrum, hit some little Debbies, hit some words of wisdom at the end there, throwing up at Nick and Jack. Kind of went all over the place. That was a good one, no doubt. Thank you guys for coming on the podcast. I really appreciate it. Hope you all have a Merry Christmas. I'm sure I'll talk to you before Christmas. But anybody listening, I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I don't think, this is the last one before the new year. So I gotta say it. We'll see y'all next year. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. God bless, and thank you for watching.